Again.
Alright. Shalom. First off, I want to give up praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, double honors to our apostles and elders, and shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Shamar.
I'm the brother Kanak.
And we just going to make a lesson real quick on its balance. And, Satan been trying to hinder the video. It's like the third time we restarting it pretty much. And just going through the spirit. And Satan doesn't want it to come out, really. But we going in is pretty much just balance, because that's a major important thing. Because if you don't have balance, then that throws everything else off in your life. Because if you're not balanced in one thing, then everything else isn't balanced. Because you're spending more time in the one thing instead of evenly distributing your time. Even though you're supposed to study in the scriptures, you don't want to overstudy. It's too, like scripture says, too much honey. And then if you're not eating enough, then you're going to starve. So you got to have that right balance in between. So you're not leaning on too much to one way where you're finna throw up the honey, or you're not leaning too much to one way where you're finna starve yourself to death.
Yeah, man, and balance is a very important thing. That's a lot of aspects that go into balance: discipline, integrity, being responsible. Things that you gotta balance in your everyday life, because that inner nigga is trying to come up out of you and trying to hinder. That's the battle between the flesh and the spirit. So the Most High, He gave us a way to be able to recalibrate ourselves when we're off balance, right? Like if you have a scale, if you use the scale continuously, it's gonna get off balance, and you have to recalibrate it. That's what the scriptures are here for. You got to go back into the scriptures, which comfort you and tell you how to deal in your everyday life. Go ahead and read that, bro.
This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight.
Right, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, man. So you being off balance, not taking this seriously, lollygagging, being undisciplined. These are all characteristics of being off balance. Chasing women all the time. You have a woman, but you chasing women all the time. You're not putting in the work of Yahweh Shema Shai, which the truth should be first and foremost your first priority, man. When you wake up in the morning, the truth, how can I push this truth even more? How can I better myself in this truth? How can I walk in the spirit? When you're not balanced, when you're doing something else, man, the Most High, He can judge you for that.
Yeah.
So it's very important for brothers to be on point with everything, because Satan is trying to shift you, man. He's trying to get you off. He's trying to get you off calibration. All right.
And then the word says is like it means to agitate you inwardly, and when you're not balanced, that happens to you. You get agitated inwardly, because now, since you're not balanced, now you have an opening for Satan to get at you. And then once you take heed to that, then that's when you start just falling all the way off, and then it'd be over.
Right, because you didn't balance yourself with the spirit, man. You let the flesh take over by not doing the things of the spirit, not walking in the spirit, not displaying the characteristics of the spirit. Go ahead and get Sirach 18:30.
This is Sirach 18, verse 30. Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetite.
Right, man. And that's a big thing here in America. Because what does America teach you, man? America teaches you to actually go after your lust. Do as thou wilt. Do whatever feels good. It's okay. It's okay if you make mistakes. Only if you feel like it was beneficial to you. But that's not so, man. The Most High. Read that again out.
Go not after thy lust.
Again, go not after thy lust, man. They lust is what? Women, getting a new car, getting a new house, chasing money. All the things of the world, man. Playing Pokemon, playing video games too much. These are the things. These are lusts, man. It is, because that has nothing to do with the spirit. There's no type of edification comes out of that BS, right? But you got to refrain yourself from them things, man. That's the discipline that you have to display coming into this thing, man. You got to count the cost. And the majority of our people, they don't want to count the cost, because it's too hard to be disciplined and to be on balance. Because you got to always recalibrate yourself, man. You got to always come back to the scriptures. The scriptures is the guideline how to live. You're supposed to be pushing this truth in season, out of season, man. Not going out on the highway byways, man, and just doing studio videos, that's unbalanced. You're not balanced. Right? Go ahead.
If thou givest go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
Right, refrain thyself from thy appetites. And that goes in, you can have a heavy sexual appetite, man, to cause you to catch a disease, a deadly disease, or cause you to commit adultery. It's serious things, man, all because you couldn't refrain yourself, right? You depend too much on the physical aspect and not the spiritual aspect of these scriptures. You might drink too much, man. You might be doing too much of a particular thing here in America that's not beneficial for you, man. That's why you have to calibrate yourself through the scriptures. And another brother might be able to do something that you're not able to do, but he can be balanced, right? And vice versa. You got to refrain yourself, man. And that's a hard thing, man, because why? We in these bodies. Our bodies, the flesh is naturally wicked, man. You naturally just want to do wicked shit. But by the scriptures getting back on balance, you gotta apply these scriptures in your life. You want to say something? Not? Is there another verse, right?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Verse. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies.
Hey, man, that's exactly what's going to happen, man. If you giving into wine, giving into women, not being balanced in all things, man. Yeah, you can have wine. Yeah, you can have multiple women, but you gotta balance that shit out. You gotta be able to deal with that on a spiritual aspect, because it's no more we're dealing in the physical aspect, man. This is a spiritual battle. This is an inward battle. Satan is trying to shift you. Satan is trying to get into your head. Satan is trying to get you out of the truth, man. All right, the 2/3 they're already finished. He's after he's trying to get the elect men out of there, man. He's trying to upset prophecy. If you too much on the damn internet, right, doing BS, hey man, you gonna really have to examine yourself, man. The scriptures talk about examining yourself. It all goes back to balance, man. Being balanced in all things. The Most High hates an unbalance, man. That's why Esau ruling right now is unjust, because he's an unjust man. He's not balanced in what he in the things that he does. But being a brother in this truth, you got to refrain from them lusts, because you give yourself unto them things, it's going to destroy you, because these are things of the world.
And,
all right.
And that's why the scriptures tell you to examine yourself, because the whole time while you're doing something, you looking at it, you may think that this isn't bad for you. It's just, oh, it's cool, I can do this and handle doing it. And the whole time it might be actually bad for you, but you just can't see it. And like a brother from the outside see it, and he's gonna let you know. That's how about you, man. Giving you a warning before you get judged, really.
That's right.
Because that's the spirit warning you to get right. So it'll be smart for you it'll behoove you really to take heed to the warning and be serious about it, because the scriptures say a righteous man falleth 7 times but stand back up. So it'll behoove you to get right and take it seriously and not take it as a joke, because you only go get warned so many times before the judgment come down. Because it's not like the Edomite parents, they just warn the kid to stop, and then all he gets is a 10-minute timeout. No, you keep messing up and being unbalanced, and the spirit warn you to look like you gotta, like, something happened to you, and then you gotta look at it spiritually, not like carnally for like what actually happened. It could be a spiritual reason why everything happens. Everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
And you gotta analyze. It's up to you to be spiritual and really look at everything spiritually and analyze it and examine yourself, like bro was saying. You gotta sit back and think about everything before you do it, because your last that move could be your last move.
Yeah, that move can be the last move. That's for damn sure. So you gotta be circumspect in everything that you do, man, and you gotta constantly recalibrate yourself through these scriptures, right? Because the scriptures is gonna give you the guideline on how to live and how to rebuke them demons. You know, it tells you all that, man. It says refrain from your lust, man. Hey, it's a hard thing to accept. That's why you got to count the cost. That's why certain guys, they not built for this, man. You know, they're not built. Is that it on that? Yeah, go ahead and get First Peter's 2. I believe 11. Yeah.
1 Peter's 2 and 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts.
Abstain from fleshly lusts, man. Hey, man, the women, man, that's a heavy thing right now. That's always been a heavy thing amongst that lust, which is nothing wrong with lust, right?
Yeah.
Because you can lust righteously. You can lust after your woman, man. You want to have sex with her,
Yeah.
or lust after a woman that doesn't have a man, or lust after some food that you want to eat. It's just a word. But read that again, out.
Abstain from fleshly lusts.
Fleshly lust, man. You're supposed to be lusting after this truth. Because the fleshly lust, the things of the flesh, man, you're going to be destroyed. Our flesh is going to be destroyed, man. We're going to be changed. We're going to have new bodies. We're going to have the fleshly heart. We're not going to have a stony heart no more. The flesh in this kingdom, the lust in this kingdom will destroy you because they all have a vibration on the left-hand side when you look at it, man. They all have a vibration on the left-hand side. So a lust that would normally be normal in this wicked society, America, in this society that's being ran by the elites, by Esau, right? Is your lust will destroy you, man. You see that amongst Jake. Cars, clothes, money, women, power, drugs, folly. These are all lustful things, right? But we're called to be the elite of the world, man. We're actually the real elite, all right? Because now we know good and evil, which makes us balanced. We know bad and good. We know how to rule and how not to rule. That's what a leader has to display, right? Because you got to know both sides. You have to be balanced in all things. So in your everyday life, studying, dealing with your woman, dealing with your family, dealing with your job, your car, everything that you do, right? Your health. You just can't be eating bullshit all day, man. You're going to be out of balance. So with all things, you have to be balanced. Is there more on that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul.
Which war against the spirit, man. Which war against the soul, man. That's the battle. That's the battle, man. We have a battle right now. The spirit and the flesh. And it's warring against each other, man. And you have to be able to take control of your fleshy desires, man, and abstain. All right? You can't indulge like these people, man. We're called to be on a higher level than these people. You can't indulge into these lustful ways, man, because they will destroy you. You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just touching on
Ephesians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ephesians 2. Yep. It's Ephesians 2 and 1. And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Right. The Most High made us alive, man, through bringing His Son Yahushai back. Go ahead.
Where in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
Right, a course of this world, a course of America. We were, in time past, we were Gentiles, right? Walking after our own lusts. I wanted to be a professional fighter, or I wanted to go to college and do this so I can get this many women, and then I can get this car. You were all about filling your inner desires, and you were walking after how does it word it?
It said, according to the. And you walked according to the course of this world.
Yeah, the course of this world, man.
Yeah, and this.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Kill it.
Yeah, in this society, it allows you to dive deep into whatever lust you may have. Like Esau, he a pedophile. This society allows you to be the biggest pedophile you want to be. If you want to be a tranny, you could be the biggest tranny out there. You want to be a homosexual, you could be that. You could be the best homosexual out there. Esau allows you to do, like, whatever your lust may be. You can imagine some shit like the new gender rule. Now it's just no gender. They don't want to be classified as male or female. Whatever you want to do as far as your lust, this society allows you to do that. But that's when your discipline has to come in, and you have to know what not to do. Because anybody could do what they want to do, if like on a as far as their lust and shit. But then it comes into you gotta put it in perspective. You gotta have discipline to be like, I'm not gonna do that, even though I can. That's not good for me. That's not for me.
Yeah, it's not expedient. It's not expedient. A lot of things in this kingdom are not expedient for Jake. Like having multiple women, man, that's not expedient in this kingdom. You can't balance two holes. Go ahead, Hop.
Where in time past he walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
Right, according to Satan, man. You walked according to Satan, and that's what.
That's all it is.
That's all it is, man. Prior to you coming to the truth, you was dealing with Satan, man. You was walking hand in hand with Satan. You was doing the will of Satan, because you were totally integrated into this man kingdom, and you didn't understand your place in the universe, basically. You didn't understand that you was called to be something higher. You was called not to live by the course of this world, right? And that's why these people look at us all bugged out, because we don't live by the course of the course of this world, by the prince of the power, Satan, by the so-called white man. You tell them you don't smoke, they'll look at you like you got two heads. You tell them that you don't pop another man's woman, or you don't listen to nigga rap music, or any a slew of things that this kingdom puts on a pedestal. You're not highly into sports, they'll look at you like, what's wrong with this guy? Or you might be talking to a chick, and she'll be totally into you, and she'll ask you if you have tattoos, and you tell her no, you're not into it, and then all of a sudden her want towards you is totally gone, man. And that's the reality here in America, man. Folly is set in great dignity. Folly is set on high, and the course of this world is on a wicked ass vibration, and the people are in tune with that vibration. And once they see that you're not on the same vibration as them, man, them demons come out, and them demons are the ones who basically who judge you because you're not on that wicked ass vibration.
Where in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Right, now the spirit that worketh, man, we in the children of disobedience, talking about Israel.
Yep.
Jake hard-headed, but through the grace of Yahweh Shema Shai and sending his son down, the Lord, right, he's taking back, he's pulling back the captivity right now, and he's raising up the house of David, and that goes with, and that's all the tribes, man, and he's raising up the 144,000 not to walk and not to be partakers in this kingdom called America, man, in this global society, which are ran by the elites, where wickedness is set on high and righteousness is looked down upon. And especially being a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you're the lowest of the low. You are bred to be the most wicked in the world, man. You are bred to be the laughing stock of the world. You are bred to your whole life to be consumed by wickedness, to be consumed by drugs, to be consumed by lust, all these advertisements, all these the social media. Israel is the one that's really pushing that forward.
And they walk into the course according to the course of the world. Because Esau, he tells you like he puts it out there for our people to be able to get all that shit, and then they just dive into it and overdo it. You can buy alcohol, but Jake get drunk. They'll get blacked out drunk. They got drugs on the street. Jake take it to the point to where he end up in the hospital. Jake just he dive into everything, but Esau allows him to do that. Like I said, according to the prince of the power of the air, the devil allows them to do that, and they just walking according to the course of the world.
That's right.
And that's why everybody hate us, because we the only ones who don't do that. We walk against the course of this world. Like we're against Satan.
Yeah, we're against Satan, man, and it's evident. It's evident in our daily lives. Not these other Israelite groups. They're totally integrated into this man's society, and you can't tell them apart, man. Hey, man, these people know through the spirit the demons know that we're different than these other people, man.
Yeah.
And it shows clearly, man, by the way that we dress, by the way that we can present ourselves, the way that we talk, you know. But that's all having balance. Let's get back to that. It's all having balance in its truth. Warring against the spirit, warring against the flesh. All right. So remember, you got to always recalibrate yourself with these scriptures, and stay on point, and know what your priorities are, man. Jay got to know what the priorities are.
Examining yourself and knowing what's good for you, what's not good for you, not what feels good for you.
Yeah, cause that's going to destroy you. That was destroy you because it feels good. How many jigs and locked up in prison, or 5, 6 baby mamas because it feels good, man. Yep. It's not what it's about. It's about having discipline, and that's what the majority of our people don't have, because they're taught from a young age not to have discipline. All right.
And that's for our people, that's like the hardest thing, because the things that's good for you, they don't want it. They don't want it. Like a lot of Jakes, they get scoffed at for not eating vegetables. They're actually good for you, but Jake don't want to eat that. They're doing the right thing. It's good for you, but Jake doesn't want to do that. They want to do what's wicked because it's what's pleasure to your flesh.
That's right.
So you gotta have that balance, man. Not doing what's good in your flesh, as far as like good for your flesh. You gotta do what's good for your spirit, man, spiritually, and for other brothers, because other brothers, we supposed to be building up each other. So really, you gotta do it. You gotta be thinking about yourself and everybody else, because what you do affects others as well.
That's right.
Because other people are watching you. When you upload a video or when you do anything, really, somebody's watching you. If not Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right. So with that, man, hey, we want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. We hope that you brothers are edified. We hope that you brothers take this lesson and apply it in your life. You know, go back through these scriptures, you know, and meditate on these scriptures, and really try to balance out your all things, as far as your time management, to dealing with your woman, dealing with your family, dealing with your job, you know, and your first priority should be this truth. All right, so with that, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.